Mason Greenwood return to Manchester United squad? Explaining legal timeline, club announcement. Manchester United forward Mason Greenwood has not played a single minute of football since January 2022. United's 1-0 win over West Ham at Old Trafford on January 22 that year remains his most recent competitive appearance, with a series of allegations made against Greenwood on January 30, prompting his arrest on suspicion of rape and assault. He was further arrested on February 1 on suspicion of sexual assault and making threats to kill. The player, 20 at the time, was also suspended by United and has not been allowed to return to training or matches since. But with criminal charges having since been dropped by police in February 2023, the club have been facing a decision over whether to reintegrate Greenwood, now 21, or terminate his contract and allow him to join another club. The Sporting News details all the developments in this story and what the potential options are, in terms of the future. Mason Greenwood latest, where has he been? Greenwood has been serving an internal suspension by United ever since the allegations were made against him. And his initial arrest, more than 18 months ago. United released a statement at that time that read, Mason Greenwood will not return to training or play matches until further notice. An earlier statement that same day said, we are aware of images and allegations circulating on social media. We will not make any further comment until the facts have been established. Manchester United does not condone violence of any kind. Despite the Crown Prosecution Service CPS discontinuing the case against Greenwood, United's ban continues, with the club conduct, ing, its own process before determining next steps. It said, we will not make any further comment until that process is complete. Timeline of events in Mason Greenwood case. January 22, 2022, Greenwood's most recent Man United appearance. Having scored 3 days earlier in the 3-1 win at Brentford, Greenwood started and played 82 minutes of the win over West Ham, before being substituted for Anthony Martial by interim manager Ralph Rangnick. January 30, 2022, Greenwood arrested after allegations made. A series of pictures, videos and audio recordings were released via social media that prompted Greenwood's arrest by police on suspicion of rape and assault, and an investigation was launched. A GMP statement said they have seen social media images and videos posted by a woman reporting incidents of physical violence. Greenwood was suspended by United the same day. February 2, 2022, further charges brought against Greenwood, who is bailed. Greenwood was taken into questioning by police and, while still in custody, the England international was rearrested on suspicion of sexual assault and threats to kill before being granted bail. He denied all charges. February 2, 2022, sponsors drop Greenwood. Over the course of the next few days in early February, a series of sponsors, including United's official partners Cadbury, DHL, and Konami, revealed their concerns over the situation, with Nike revealing they had suspended their relationship with the player. Their statements said they were deeply concerned by the disturbing allegations and will continue to closely monitor the situation. October 15, 2022, charges brought against Greenwood. A police statement confirmed the footballer had been charged with 1 count of attempted rape, 1 count of controlling and coercive behavior, and 1 count of assault occasioning actual bodily harm. All 3 charges related to the same complainant. Greenwood appeared at Greater Manchester Magistrates Court a few days later. He was initially remanded in custody ahead of a pre-trial hearing in November, but was released on bail on October 19 following a private hearing. February 2, 2023, prosecutors drop all charges against Greenwood. The Crown Prosecution Service announced there was no longer a realistic prospect of conviction in Greenwood's case after key witnesses withdrew their cooperation from the police investigation. All charges were dropped against him and the case discontinued. United released a statement to say they would, at this point, conduct their own internal investigation into Greenwood, whose contract at the club runs until June 2025 on a reported £75,000/$96,000 per week. Manager Erik ten Hag refused to comment when asked about the player in a press conference, referring the media to United's statement. August 11, 2023, Greenwood decision delayed by United amid potential backlash. With United due to make a decision on Greenwood's future before the start of the 2023-24 season, the club made a series of delays. Widespread reports claim club officials wanted to consult members of United's women's team, including England's Mary Earps, Ella Toone, and Katie Zeelam, who are currently in Australia playing at the World Cup. Around the same time, a group called Female Fans Against Greenwood's Return started a campaign to demand that United block Greenwood's return to action. They released a statement and demonstrated outside Old Trafford before United's opening Premier League game of the season. United's chief operating officer, Colette Roche, told The Athletic this week, "We've done a really detailed and thorough internal investigation, and we've asked as many people as we can around what happened and try to understand it beyond the original investigation done by the police. You'd expect us to engage with people who were relevant in terms of stakeholder groups. And now we just need to make the decision. That decision is firmly a decision that's on us." Mason Greenwood announcement, will he return? An announcement is now due very soon from United regarding Greenwood. A report from The Athletic suggested ten Hag was open to the idea of reintegrating the player, who has been training alone at his Manchester home and with private coaches in a park nearby. There were initially suggestions that Greenwood could be loaned out and he was linked with clubs in Italy and Turkey. It now seems likely he will return to competitive football in some form, although it's still not fully clear whether that will be with United. Players such as Marcus Rashford and Victor Lindelof unfollowed Greenwood on various social media channels at the time of the allegations coming to light. A reintegration process would have to take place if the club took the decision to allow Greenwood's return, while there would likely be more backlash from fan groups. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.